We are on Azerov's resting place. Do you think that cooldown is intentional? Probably, but it's not, like, a good thing. He's already weak as is. I could argue that they should remove that cooldown in order to make him a little bit more powerful. Why you would do that with me so far away, that makes zero sense. That really makes zero sense, Nia. Because that pushes me into a scenario where I'm not in chase with anyone, to a scenario where I'm now in chase. Like, that is a bad example of when to use Lament configuration, to be honest. A really bad example. Makes sense, though, because I feel like most killers have an M2 cooldown. You're not wrong. At the same time, I feel like in this instance, they need to probably remove it. Wait, did she just go past me? She did. The fresh what? I heard her footsteps like, excuse me, what? Not expecting this. Scourge. Let's go over here. Also, we can check if they're on the gen. They're not. Going through a pal is kind of dangerous in case of power struggle, even if we don't see that often. Deadlock broke down or blocked that gen. Thank you, Hoarder. Really good bit of info right there, I will say. All right, prep the gateway. Like, you can even see if I cancel gateway how long the M2 cancel is. And, like, it can be punishing sometimes, for sure. Or let's chain you up. That's 2, 3. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe she would see the red light and double back again. But it's that. No, will not result in a down. Thankfully, my configuration has not been picked up yet. Like, we're getting really good hits of our chains. We're just not able to capitalize on them as much as I would like. There's no way that I get there in time. Let's not drop chase. Let's get the down. We need some pressure here. If we had some additional, like, passive gen aggression, like Ruin, that's where I'd be a bit more comfortable teleporting, but in the case that I don't, there's no reason to. We're better off pressuring for hooks. Like, I wonder what the exact cooldown is. I'll check the wiki and see if anyone's notated the exact cooldown. Otherwise, I'm kind of curious and testing it myself. Let's get Eruption going. Even if it's a 1% gen, it doesn't hurt to basically prep that for later. Scratch marks and footsteps. That's a Cloudy girl. I will say, Pinhead's M2 is not as disorienting as it might look because of the fact that when you're using your gateway, any camera angle change that you make, look how far away I was from that pallet. You're telling me that hit me? That is absurd. With that being said, though, we did get the chain, and she does get the drop down here. So there's the eruption. Good stuff. Do we have a Scourge hook around here? I feel like I was in the middle of a sentence. Oh, yeah. It's not as disorienting as it normally is because the camera orientation does change based on the direction that you're looking. So you should always ideally be looking where the survivor already is, which actually can be pretty frightening for the survivor where you're actually changing your camera angle. Is 1.5 seconds. So that's the cooldown on the cancel, but what about after the hit? As I'm also curious about. Yo, what's up there, Apocalyptic? How you doing today, my friend? Hopefully doing well. Let's go after you. That's 1, 2, 3. I don't get the hit, and environmental chains don't really do anything there, which kind of sucks. Gateway's gonna be closed. And there's additional scratch marks here that are not Nia's. So we down you and immediately go for Claw to the Lament. Yeah, this is a situation where slugging out Nia is perfect, honestly. We're going this way. A lot of the mid pallets are gone now, which is fantastic. Yeah, these type of tiles, though, are really hard for the chains to actually connect during loops. But that should be the nail in the coffin, I would say, if there was another pallet. Fantastic. Yeah, the lack of pressure that environmental chains provide is so punishing. As can't leave for 5 seconds after moving chains. So yeah, it's basically the Victor Bloodborne effect. I love going against Pinhead, but trying to do the Lament in Chain Hunt was so painful. Yes, it can be. No doubts about that. Well, that's Eruption. What gens have they done now? Oh, they broke both 3 gens. They did keep a middle gen, which is not bad for me, but not horrible. No reason for me not to teleport here. I'm too far away. Yeah, I've seen that actual style of play where people basically will stand in front to either break chains or to block for chains. It is actually kind of an interesting play style. I will not lie. There's the Dead Hard. Doesn't matter, though. Yeah, like I said, I really wish that they would have, instead of making so that the person with the Lament was affected by Chain Hunt, that the person with the Lament was not, and that everyone else was until completed. I think that would have made so much more sense, in my personal opinion. Alright, no progress here. Good news. They healed. Yeah, the change they made, it just, I don't know. Doesn't make as much sense as I would have thought. Let's erupt first. They're going to go for the unhook. No, they're not even. Actually, that's surprising. Let's cancel out that. Hey, Giraffe, question for you as I forget. Does Pinhead slow down when opening the gateway? And if so, by how much? I can't get that hit, so we vault. She does not vault. She actually does look behind her. I want to say that the stats say he doesn't, but it certainly feels like it when you're in-game. That's a strange part. You don't make that. We'll get an eruption here. And someone has Lament. There's no way that we get there in time, but that's okay. I'm not too hard pressed. Alright, just about everyone's on death hook as we speak. Good commitment. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. I was really hoping that you would unhook there so I can put them on the Scourge hook. No dice, though. Just say it's placement speed? Okay. So that one has the most progress, but is now locked down, and also got erupted earlier, so that's good news. We need to get one of these survivors out of the game, though. We're in a little bit of a predicament here. No, there's no point in doing that. I can't guarantee a hit. That's what really matters. Yeah, the fact that she picked up like that shows me she has BT and zero fear. Alright. Yeah, it's probably just the animation for why it feels like he slows down, but the stats don't say that he does, so. Alright, she has a pallet that she can use. Oh, picking that up is a godsend. Thank you, Claudia. Thankfully, as long as you're not being too overzealous, you shouldn't need to worry about a slowdown, even if there was one. The lack of environmental chain hits is annoying. But we're good. Chain Hunt is now activated. Shows me where everyone is. We need to hit the gen to our right with Eruption at the very least here. If everyone on Death Hook, or except 4-1, I suppose, we're not in a bad spot. Let's do that real quick. And scratch marks. And that's someone injured. That's Nia as well. That's perfect. Getting that for Eruption, then chasing out Nia is exactly what we want. In order not to get hit by Chain Hunt, they have to... Hold up. Let's interrupt the Lament. And then go for Nia, ASAP. I think that she's the one not on Death Hook as we speak as well. She's gonna play Pseudo Shack. There's the Vault. That could have hit, that'd have been lovely. I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to here. I think we have the time to work. Perfect. That's Eruption plus Chain Hunt activation. Now we didn't... I'm not sure if we saw both screams over there or not. So I'm not sure about. But let's head over here ASAP. And try and interrupt these two. One of them's still injured, which is fantastic. This gen has some decent progress, though, I will say. Let's get Eruption applied. And I see them going past Shack. That's at least Claudette. And that's perfect. Hoarder plus Pinhead. Like, Hoarder actually feels good on Pinhead, and that's insane to say, as Hoarder prior has been such a mean perk, right? But now it actually feels useful. And that's what I was hoping for third seal until I realized that it didn't work with it. But Hoarder with this is so fun. You survive Scream with Surge activation? I don't believe so, no. Excellent. And that will activate Chain Hunt again. Like, you can see where the gens get regressed. That's about it. Eruption, they do. But Surge, they do not. They just go off the gen momentarily, but they do not reveal that there's a survivor on the gen, which is the biggest thing there. I mean, she can go for Hatch if she wants. Surprisingly, I don't see where she is. Normally, I'd be able to see the chains hitting her unless she's in a locker. But let's just go to this side of the map because that's where both the exit gates are, and I don't see the hatch either over here. We all scream with joy. Why? Because Surge goes off? Alright. And let's see. Ah, there we are. I have people going to locker PTSD. And unfortunately, locker, like even at higher MMR, I feel like people still go in the lockers way too often. Alright, might as well go into the hill. And I think we can get at least a good line of sight from both of these places. But maybe not. Oh yeah, we can. And we can literally just sit here and call it a day. Just occasionally check. Oh, Nia. I mean, she can't really do much. She's getting harassed by chains, which should give away her position. I can sit on this hill and just use my gateway to spawn a camera, basically. The fast one to locker right in front of me, then in in-game chat, not knowing how I found him. Yeah, we've had that a few times. You know, survivors, they do some interesting things, then wonder how we found them. I remember, I think it was a match during this 60-man blood point challenge. Someone did the same exact thing. It was like, wait, how'd you find me? I'm like, you fast faulted into locker, question mark? What do you mean, how did I find you? It's horrible. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, if you don't want to get caught into a locker, don't jump into a locker. It's a bad idea at its core. there, so the game will be over. Let's make sure one more time. And looks like Nia has accepted her fate. Might as well. That way I can witness her death. Thank you, Nia. I appreciate it. You found the box and allowed me to witness your death. Not bad at all. But GG, well played to these survivors.